Hey, morning everybody. I wanted to make a short video showing you some issues I had on my truck and what I found. So this here is my powertrain control module, and it looks like it would be leaking fluid, but that's not possible. Fluid's not supposed to be in there. And you can see there's some corrosion in there on the pins and that fluid in there. I'm not sure. I thought that was water at first, but I wasn't sure how water's getting in there. And here is the connector for that connector 2 for the powertrain control module. You can see the corrosion on those pins down there, and it was all wet too. So a little backstory with the truck. It's 2011 Ram 1500 with a 5.7 hemi. I've been having some weird drivability issues. It just quit running on me one night. I'd start it up, run for a minute, and then die out. Kept setting this code P061C for ETC level 2 performance and a 344 cam position sensor intermittent. I'd clear them, start it, and it would just cut out after a minute and reset the codes. So I ended up replacing the both the cam and the crank sensors because I got 200,000 miles on the truck. Figured I'd do them both anyway. Did a tune-up. I cleared them. Drove fine for like 2 days. I thought everything was good. And then one day I just did the same thing in the parking lot. It quit running, set these codes, it'd start up, die out after a minute. So I got it home. I started looking at the wiring. I was going to check all the power and grounds for the PCM. Just go through everything from square one. And when I disconnected the PCM, I found this fluid in there. So I started digging in a little bit more to that, and this is what's strange. And I found the coolant temp sensor, which goes on by the water pump and the timing cover there. Let's see if you can see it. If it'll focus. So you can see there's some coolant in there. It's not really quite in focus, but some coolant is leaking inside the sensor. And what it looks like it's doing is it will come up through the connector, get wicked up through the wiring, and come out the other end at the PCM connector. Because this connector 2 is, where the coolant temp sensor input signal goes to the PCM. So I believe that's what's happening. That's where that fluid was coming from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the coolant temp sensor, clean the connectors and the PCM pins as good as I can get it, and put it back together, and hopefully that will take care of that issue. And in hindsight, it's kind of weird because over the past 6 months I've had some kind of weird drivability issues and weird codes. I've had random, like a knock sensor code, some O2 sensor codes. I had some weird readings from my map sensor, and all of those circuits come to this connector here. And I believe that the problem I've been having was all that moisture and coolant in there was shorting stuff out and causing all these weird things to happen. So I'm hoping after I clean everything and replace the coolant temp sensor, that it'll be back to normal and I won't have any weird electrical issues, drivability issues. So after I do that and drive it for a while, I may do an update and let you know if it's took care of the issue or not. I'm hoping there's no damage to the PCM from that corrosion. Hopefully it didn't get on the inside and cause any issues. So this is just one of those weird things that I've found, and I've heard about it, you know, in the past, my years in the dealerships, and, you know, I witnessed it here firsthand. Sometimes these strange things can happen like that. So if anyone's got some kind of strange drivability issues or codes, just keep in mind that's a possibility. You know, check those PCM connectors. It's not something you'd think about to check right at first. You kind of find it by accident. But I hope this helps somebody if you got some kind of gremlins you're trying to chase down. And good luck. See ya.